Intro. Because that worked so well last time. Manila. Plan. Y'all know where we are, right? We're in Singapore? I don't know where we are. No, we're in Manila. Duh. New routes discovered. Ah, see? Oh, we can go back to Hong Kong. Which would make no sense whatsoever at all. We arrived at the Spanish government capital of Milana at a most inopportune time. The city had recently suffered the depredations of a major typhoon, and the effects at rebuilding had been stalled by an outbreak of the dreaded cholera morbus. It originated with sailors who bring everything to everyone. Of the steamer Aulus, from the nearby town of Zamboanga. That was the local rumor in any case. Infected establishments were burned daily by the sanitary board, because that's how you win friends and influence people. With our hotel one of the casualties. We relocated, but it's the people that are infected. Never mind. Telephone exchange. Taking the mechanical horse-pulled tram. Concerned with the possibility of infection, I ensured that Monsieur Fogg ate only from kitchens which had avoided all traces of the disease, because that is how you get it. You don't actually get a cold from being cold. You get it from a weakened immune system. From our window, I could see carts piled high with the dead being taken to the mountain to be burned, rather than interned in a churchyard, which put me in a morbid frame of mind. Well then. I went to the local telegraph office and sent a message to a dear friend hoping to rescue me from the situation in Paris. My ex-lover. Because why not? If I am to be perfectly honest, which I am an honest man, we parted in unfortunate circumstances, as happens when you have an X in front of the word lover, and I felt I needed to apologize for my behavior, because it takes two to tango, and it also takes two to mess up. I was something of a libertine in my youth, I must admit. I made my way back to Monsieur Fogg under the fragrant coconut oil lamps, eager to part from the city, riven by sickness and death. I am in roaring health, but we must make haste. On to Singapore. We took passage in a little steam yacht, with a cargo full of Chinese silk parasols, which the captain assured me would fetch an exorbitant price in Singapore. Are the ladies there so shy of the sun? I asked in Espanol. These pretty monkey makers are only passing through Singapore. Captain Amparo, a dark-eyed Filipina in middle years, was unable to keep the gleam from her voice. I will sell them to a trader for shipment to Acapulco, where the Mexican ladies will pay all their pin money for a month, just for one gaudy parasol. Will you keep one for yourself? I could not resist asking. Me? She looked astonished. What use would I have for such a frippery? I regarded her sensible attire and short hair. I admire your practicality. Captain Amparo laughed companionably. That is a skill I have always possessed. Thus, she will make much money. At the expense of friends? I slept well that night aboard the steam yacht, secure in the knowledge that it was being steered by the captain's steady hands. We had some ill winds in the morning, but Captain Amparo kept the crew calm and focused, shouting orders at them in a language I did not know, Tagalog, perhaps, as it is widely spoken in the Philippines. We were merely bobbed about a little. I mean, I've had worse, right? I mean, I was drugged and then stuck on an airship and then tossed off to some other continent. What's a little boat ride, right? We were merely there. But the worst injury was some seawater clogging my shoes. We will not be delayed, Captain Amparo assured me, perhaps mistaking the cause of my obvious melancholy. My master will be pleased, I said. For someone who does not engage in flippery, she might not understand my concern over my shoes. The captain caught the direction of my gaze and looked confounded. My God, you are unspeakably fastidious. Do you really care so much for appearances? A gentleman is always presentable, I sniffed. I do not care for fashion's sake. Monsieur Fogg looked a little pale and unwell, but I reasoned he would quickly improve now that we were away from the disease-ridden city of Manila. Captain Amparo had taken to regarding me as though I were the oddest creature to ever take passage aboard her vessel, and she still looked thunderstruck when I reached our destination. Good luck in Singapore, she said, shaking my hand. They will hardly know what to make of you. I try. And we are in Singapore! We have made it to our next city, albeit a little fastidiously. But I think I shall leave this episode here. Good night, good luck. You know, anytime I hear about Singapore, the only thing I can think of is Captain Feng, you know, Singapore.